So I watched the finale, the series finale of The Boys. It's over after it started in 2019 is when the first season came out. A total of 5 seasons, two spin-offs, uh, 2 seasons of the spin-off Gen V as well. And I heard the show got canceled. I'm not sure why, but overall, I think The Boys is a good show. It is worth a watch. I think Prime. It's on Amazon Prime Video. I think they have done a great job in this show. Overall, it's a success. And now I'll break it down a bit. A couple of weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, 2 to 3 weeks ago, I made a prediction. I made a video on how Homelander, how he would be defeated. And I predicted Billy Butcher, he would sacrifice himself, and the son of Homelander, Ryan, is going to be the one who takes him down. So in my prediction, I was not exactly accurate, but it was a team up between Billy Butcher and Ryan teamed up, and also Kimiko, who had the power of a hero-gasm. So a hero-gasm is basically if a soup has a lot of trauma and stress, it is built up inside of them, and then an explosion happens out of their chest. Boom, right? And if that explosion hits another soup, it takes away all their powers. Okay, as Soldier Boy had it first. He had a lot of trauma, traumatic events in his past and all that. So basically, the boys infiltrate the Homelander's. Essentially, he's the president now. He's in the Oval Office, and the boys infiltrate in the White House, and they find him in the Oval Office. And Ryan, he's seeing all of this unfold on TV as a live announcement was happening in the Oval Office. And he comes and helps Billy to attack Homelander. And then they hold him down, and Kimiko explodes the hero-gasm out. And essentially, all three of them, in the case of Homelander, Butcher, and Ryan, all three of them all lose their powers. And then it's a hand-to-hand combat between Homelander and Butcher. And Butcher is a lot stronger. He has a lot more experience in hand combat, and he takes care of Homelander in a couple of minutes, and Homelander's like, please, 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 I'll do anything. It's just really funny how he's crawling, like a baby and all that. And Butcher's the one who kills Homelander. And then, essentially, again, Ryan, he has no powers anymore. Like, I'm kind of shocked that hero-gasm is so strong. Like even Homelander, who essentially is portrayed as a god, like undefeatable, but like a hero-gasm is able to just it zaps him of all his superpowers. It's kind of interesting, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, like all they needed was a hero-gasm, But I guess earlier on they tried to do that. In the case of Soldier Boy, it was Butcher who assigned him in season 3, I believe, to attack Homelander and do the hero-gasm on him, but instead it hit Queen Maeve and all that. Anyways, I thought it was a decent ending. And then at the end, the big twist is when Huey kills Butcher, because Butcher had seen his dog, I think the name is Terror, had died in all this, as he was distracted and busy in the fight against the Supes, and chasing Homelander down. So his dog had died, and then it angered Butcher. So he took a virus to spray into Vought to kill all Supes around the globe, pretty much, right? Like it's like a pandemic. It would spread a pandemic and kill all Supes, except if you have the V1, as we saw in Soldier Boy earlier in season 5. The virus it wasn't able to kill him, and Huey, who is in love with Starlight and is planning a future with her, essentially. He kills Butcher. He shoots him, and the reasoning was that Butcher, he was not gonna stop, like in his quest of revenge and all that. And I believe it was the right move, because even Butcher, like, he was hesitant to shoot Huey, and in his final words, he had said something along the lines like, how Huey had did the right thing, and it's all right, and there is no worries. So it was a good ending, I feel. The only thing that I'm a little about the finale is I thought it'd be like a battle. Like if you see in this poster of the final episode, like it looks like it's gonna be, as Homelander said, scorched earth, right? Like him and Butcher have a destiny to have a battle, like end of the world. There even is another poster of Homelander in outer space, and he is seeing Earth, right? Like in outer space. But like I didn't see any end of the world, like, oh my god, like a tsunami this, or like it's because imagine like if Homelander, boom, he jumps into the ocean or something, and a tidal wave, like it just swallows up a whole country, like a whole civilization is gone, and then like I don't know, he attacks a volcano, boom, and then it just erupts, and I mean, I didn't see any scorched earth, end of the world, anything of the lasers where he attacks a mass amount of other people, but overall, it was a battle still, Homelander and Butcher and Ryan. So, and the finale, it felt like it had a finality to it as well. So, The Boys is over. And I guess we'll see if there are like any spin-offs in the future. As I said earlier, the Gen V is canceled. However, I heard they are making a prequel of The Boys, like the uprising of the company of the Vought, and Soldier Boy, and how he became a Supe, and him and Stormfront, and all that, who at that time her Supe name was Lady Liberty, and she was the wife of the creator of Vought, whose name is Frederick Vought. Stormfront was married to the creator of Vought, Frederick Vought. So hopefully they make a show like that. I'd be interested in seeing that. But yeah, The Boys is a good show, and I put it above Stranger Things. The Stranger Things, how it ended was a little. I feel like The Boys had more at stake, and it was more exciting. So I'd give it a watch, and I'll see you guys in the next one.